Oracular services are the key to extraordinary decentralized applications. We created Polynodes so that it could be easy and inexpensive for people to be able to create their own Chainlink nodes and have high control over their jobs, making it easy as it is to create a serverless function or even to use certain low-code, no-code tools to create their own ways of expressing the will of a smart contract off-chain or to be able to gather information from off-chain. Let's get into the demo. Polynodes is available at polynodes.xyz. It's a web-based service hosted on Fleek, which means we get to be up on IPFS, which is pretty cool. And the design system, we have to give good credit to the people at Cope Studios at Polygon who came up with the Finity framework. That just made it so we didn't have to think about as much about the engineering of this. I can click on Start Exploring Nodes, and this will give me the list of nodes that have already been built. Right now, we don't have any commerce element, nor do we have really user specificity, so anyone who logs in kind of gets access to everything. I have a list of appliances that are up, like Ray 15, and the newest one, which is by one of our team members, Akshay, and I can click into any of these to learn more about them. I can find out what wallet is assigned to it. I can find out what Oracle contract has been built that already goes with this node wallet, has already authorized a node for it, which is really useful. And I can always just copy the Oracle contract at any time, and I can click into any of these in order to look them up over on Mumbai Scan in this case, or on Polygon Scan in the case of mainnet. Right now, we automatically generate the Oracle contract for Mumbai, but not for mainnet on account of it still being open, and we're using fake money instead of real stuff. We have this list of jobs that have already been created. You get immediate reference to both the job ID and the Oracle, which are basically the information you need in the context of a chain in order to be able to go call a Chainlink node. And the way you create a node is pretty simple. I can say this is going to be my new job, and I can say it's going to be from Mumbai on a minimum payment of whatever, and I'm going to say this should go for ticker, which is going to be for pulling stock information, right? And then I can say down here I want to enter the job source information. Obj.price, and it will just return that as a UN256 that can just go back and be fed into whoever asked for it. Right now, we're limited to just sending back numbers. We don't currently have support for bytes, but we will. But that's all there is to it, right? I can, with 4 lines of code, of pretty simple code at that, go get whatever the request is, be able to feed in my authentication, be able to pull the data back, and it will just send it to whoever has that fulfill function set up for receiving data from Chainlink.
Let's give it a second. Ha! Look at that. We have our price and we have the block number.
Cool. Can you show again the Oracle and the job?
All right. Yeah. So that's our Oracle that we got from Polynodes. So that's basically this Oracle, and that's the job ID that was assigned for this job that we submitted, and that's out here. So in our reference implementation, we can set them using setters, but yeah, that depends on how someone wants to use it.
It's hosted at alpaca.polynodes.xyz, and you can check it out and be able to see the equities that it's keeping track of. It also makes use of Chainlink in a different way. We make use of keepers, which was actually an inspiration for Polynodes because it's a low-code way of easily implementing a really useful off-chain functionality, which is the triggering of the smart contract on that kind of regular basis. First, all the work we did to create Polynodes. In addition to this video, which is up on YouTube, you have access to the complete source code repository over at github.com/rhdec/chainlink2022. We've learned so much in the course of this hackathon. We knew nothing about nodes, about Chainlink, about oracular services in general coming into this. We thought this was the hard part of working in the system, and I think it was. But we have come out knowing a lot more and with a mission of trying to make it easy and much less expensive for everybody with Polynodes. Thank you to Chainlink for putting on the hackathon. Thank you to Protocol Labs for providing the IPFS resources that have been important for our hosting and just sort of this overall idea of decentralization that goes beyond the blockchain. And thank you also to Polygon for providing this great new place for us to innovate around Web3 ideas, and of course for having Cope Studios Infinity that has made it much easier for us to be able to deploy a much better looking and usable site with many fewer decisions so that we could focus on the engineering and helping people make really extraordinary apps. See you with the next one.